Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Duty Boy and welcome to another how to build tutorial. In today's video I'm going to show you how to build this medieval styled starter house. It is small and made out of materials that are easy to get early on in your survival game. Here is the list of the materials I used to build this house. You can substitute any materials you like, of course. If you would like to copy this, please pause on the following screens. Here is the first page. Here is the second page. Here is the third page. Here is the fourth page. Here is the fifth page, and here is the final page. To start off, I have traced the outline of the build here on the ground. You will need an area that is approximately 15 by 14, so go ahead and clear out the zone that you would like to build in. We're going to start off by building a 9 by 9 wall on the inside, starting here, and I'm just going to come straight across. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I'm going to continue building. This is a 9 by 9 box. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'm just going to connect it. Now I'm going to take this wall up by 3 more blocks until it is 4 high. 2, 3, 4. And then I'm simply going to walk along the edge and fill in the rest of the blocks. Now on the front of the build, I'm going to knock out approximately 50% of the blocks, and I'm going to replace them with both solid stone and regular andesite blocks. I'm doing this in order to provide a textured look to the wall. Now just a few blocks open remaining, I'm going to fill in with andesite. Now I'm going to go around to all 4 walls and do the same. You should now have something that looks like this. Now we're going to add the stairs to the front of the build. I'm going to come over to the left side of the front and I'm going to add 2 stone bricks to the bottom. Then I'm going to continue building the wall all the way up so that it is 2 wide and 4 high. On the opposite side, I'm going to come out 3 blocks from the corner and I'm going to put 2 stone brick stairs. Then I'm going to put 2 stone brick behind each of the stairs, and then I'm going to put 2 more stone brick stairs on top of those and 2 more stone bricks behind those. Turning this way, I'm then going to put 2 more stone bricks up against the stairs and 2 more above that. You should now have a setup something like this. Coming over here to the stairs, I'm going to fill in 1, 2, 3 from the stairs and another row above that, and then I'm just going to fill in. Now I'm going to connect the top, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go above it, and I'm going to fill in here as well. Now I'm going to go around the stairs just like I did with the wall, and I'm going to break random blocks and replace them with textured blocks. I'm also going to break some of the stairs and replace them with mossy brick stairs. All right, now I'm going to come over to this little 3 wide gap that we left, and I'm going to put andesite polished blocks on either side. Then I'm going to put an upside down polished andesite stair on the top. I'm going to come through here, and then I'm going to knock out all of these other blocks that are dividing the areas, and then I'm going to fill in with a couple of bricks here. At the door, I'm going to knock out the brick and the ground, and I'm going to put another polished andesite brick. Then I'm going to put a spruce door in the gap facing to the side like that. Now I'm moving up to the top of the build, and at the right corner of the build, just like this, I'm going to place a stripped spruce log, and I'm going to build it up to 5 high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am then going to move over 3 spaces, and in the very center I'm going to place another log. Now I just want to show you that if you don't have strip spruce logs, you can simply use regular spruce logs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can strip them by right-clicking them with your axe. Now I'm going to move over another 3 blocks and place another strip spruce log post at the corner. On this wall, I'm going to skip another 3 blocks and place another post. Skip another 3 blocks and place another post. Skip another 3 blocks on this wall and place another post. And place another post at this corner. Now on this wall, I'm going to come in from the side just 2 blocks, 1, 2, and then I'm going to place another post 5 high right here. Then I'm going to go to this corner, come in 2 blocks and place another post. Down below each of these 2 center posts, I'm going to create little horizontal posts that come out from the wall 3 blocks, just like that. Then I'm going to connect them with a post moving horizontally across between the 2. From the middle of the posts on the side, I'm going to erect another post 5 high. 2, 3, 4, 5 on either side, just like that. Now I'm going to go around the whole build and I'm going to connect the corner posts with horizontal posts, getting rid of the top post in the middle each time. So I'm just going to connect it straight across here, get rid of this one, connect it straight across here, and I'm going to continue doing that all the way around the build. I'm even going to do it here on this wall with these 2 posts. I'm also going to connect these protruding posts to the wall, just like that, and I'm going to connect these 2 as well. Now I'm going to go around the build and I'm going to place a single row of spruce planks at the bottom of each area, 3 blocks between each of the posts, just like this. And I'm going to go all the way around the build and do the same thing. In each of these square areas, I'm going to use stripped oak logs to create columns to either side. If you do not have stripped oak logs, you can simply use oak logs and then strip them by right-clicking them with your axe. In the middle, I'm going to place a piece of stripped oak wood. In this section, just above the door below, I'm going to knock out the center spruce plank, and this will serve as the doorway. I'm going to then place stripped oak logs to either side, just like I did over there, and I'm going to place another stripped oak wood above it. I'm going to do the same thing in these 2 areas. On this wall, I'm going to fill the squares entirely, not leaving room for windows. On this side, with the protrusion from the wall, I am going to fill in these 2 little 1-space gaps completely with stripped oak wood on either side of the protrusion. Then I'm going to create another window frame here by using stripped oak logs to either side and a piece of stripped oak wood at the top. Now I'm going to go up to the doorway and I'm going to place a dark oak stair upside down at the top, and from inside the build I'm going to place a spruce door. I'm going to make sure that the door opens the same way that the door on the bottom level opens. Now I'm going to go around and fill each of these window spaces with white window panes. Outside the build, once again, I'm going to move over here to the left side and I'm going to start framing the roof by placing a dark oak stair up against the beam there, and then I'm going to place one beside it, and then I'm going to come inside of it and place an upside down stair on it, just like that. I'm going to continue repeating this pattern until I get up to the center, and I'll know that I'm there when I'm over this beam. And now I'm going to do the same from this side. Now I'm going to place a temporary block here and then a strip spruce log coming out of it, and then I will go inside and replace it, and I will extend this spruce log across the entire roof until it is jutting over the side of the building by 2. Now I'm going to repeat the framing of the roof on this side using the same style. Once we get up to the top, I'm going to place a dark oak slab on top of the spruce beam at either end, and then I'm going to place more slabs, one apart, every other space going across. In the spaces in between, I'm going to place dark oak trapdoors. Now I'm going to come back to this wall with the two windows, and I'm going to connect the dark oak stairs going across. On the side of the building with the protruding window, I am going to curve the stairs right out in front until they are protruding from the front just like that. And then I'm going to frame this little area by coming up the same way I did on the sides of the building. When I reach the top, I'm going to place a temporary block in between, make sure a strip spruce log protrudes from the front, and I'm going to go around behind and make sure that this log goes back until it is even with that beam below. Now I'm going to come back to this side of the building, and I'm going to fill all the way across and up with spruce stairs. Now I'm going to fill this side with spruce stairs, except that when I get to this point, I am going to curve forward and come out to the protrusion. I'm going to do the same thing on the level above that. And then I'm going to come to the side in order to curve that stair at the center. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Then I'm going to fill in this level above here with just 2 rows of spruce stairs. I'm going to put one more strip spruce log beam here, and then I'm going to come out to the end, and I'm going to put a dark oak slab at the end. I'm going to skip a space, place another slab, and skip a space and place another slab, and then the space in between I'm going to put dark oak trapdoors, just like I did on the rooftop. While I've got these dark oak trapdoors in my hand, I'm going to go around to all the windows, and I'm going to add decorative shutters to each side of the window. I'm going to do the same for these 2 windows on the far side of the building. Now on the underside of this roof, I'm going to place a dark oak slab on the underside at the corner just like that. Then I'm going to skip a space and place another, and I'm going to go all the way across doing that. I'm going to do the same thing on this side of the building, except I'm just going to place one in the corner, one in the middle, and the other one at the other corner. And then I'm going to do the same over here. Now I'm going to go inside the build, and in the upper roof area, I'm going to erect a spruce log beam going straight up from the cross beam to the top. Then I'm going to do another one horizontally, covering the area just like that. And then I'm going to fill in the gaps with spruce planks. And now I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm also going to fill in this area under here with spruce planks. And then I'm going to come up to this area, and I'm going to put another spruce log upright, and I'm going to put spruce planks to either side. On this side of the building, I'm going to build a little lean-to. I'm going to start by placing stripped spruce logs upright in a post formation 3 high. Then I'm going to skip a space and create another 3 high post here. Skip a space, another 3 high post, skip a space, another post, skip a space, another post, and I'm going to put another one up against the building. Then I'm going to fill in each of these gaps with spruce planks. Across the top of the lean-to, I am going to create a little roof made out of dark oak slabs. Now I'm going to go inside the build, and I'm going to come over to the back corner. First, I'm going to put down a work light in the center of the floor just so I can see better. And over here, I'm going to knock out this corner block, and then I'm going to knock out the 2 blocks above it, and then I'm going to knock out a 3x5 section of the wall so that we can get into the lean-to area. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to take out these blocks as well. Now, over on this wall, I'm going to come in 2 stone blocks, I should say, from the lean-to, and then I'm going to knock out 3 blocks across the bottom, and I'm going to make this a 3 high hole. I'm going to start the fireplace by placing brick blocks 3 high on either side, and then just for convenience, I'm going to come outside the build, and I'm going to place 3 more in the middle, 2 more behind that, and a brick stair on top of it. Then I'm going to place brick stairs to either side so that they are facing in, and then I'm going to place additional bricks going straight up the outside of the building. I'm going to take out these 2 dark stairs and continue until I am 1 block above the roof. At this point, I am going to put a campfire on top of the chimney, and then I'm going to surround the base with dark oak trapdoors. Then from above it, I'm going to put a granite slab on top of the fire and close all the trapdoors. The smoke will still go through the granite slab, and we made ourselves a pretty nice chimney. Now I'm going to come down, and as I do, I'm going to break blocks and replace them with granite slabs. And I'm definitely going to do more of it down here around the base. Just like that. Then I'm going to come back inside the build, and now that I can see the entire floor, I'm going to tear it all out and I'm going to replace it with cobblestone. Now I'm going to texture the floor by removing about half of the blocks, and I'm going to replace them with a mixture of stone, stone brick, mossy stone brick, and cracked stone brick. You should now have something that looks roughly like this. Now I'm going to create a floor between the basement and the first level by placing stripped oak logs across the floor from the back to the front. I'm going to skip a space and place another one, skip a space and place another one, and I'm going to bring these all the way across, just like this. The rest of this I'm going to fill in with top oak slabs. In this area, underneath where there are 2 rows of oak slabs above, I'm going to add mass storage. And I'm going to do this by running 3 rows of chests, double chests all the way across. We're going to start just at the back, and we're going to put a line of chests down like this. We want to make sure that all of the chests are facing sideways. Now we're going to add 2 more rows above it. In order to get these last 2 chests in, we're going to get very close, and we're going to point the cursor at the outside edge of the chest in front of it and shift click to place it, just like that. Now that we've got this row of chests in, we can go around the outside and shift click another chest into each side of them to extend them into double chests. In this little nook where the lean-to is, I'm going to create an enchanting area. I'm going to run several rows of bookshelves, 2 rows of bookshelves like this. And the fact is, we don't need all of these bookshelves in order to get level 30 enchantments. So I'm going to take out a couple and I'm going to replace them with sideways looms that look like empty bookshelves, but also give us the ability to make banners. On the shelf above, I'm going to place a variety of helpful tools. In this corner, I'm going to put an anvil. In each of the back corners, I'm going to put an upright spruce log for support. And then to each side here, I'm going to put a regular chest for storage, ender chest at the back, a smithing table here, and a grindstone on this end. In the center, of course, I'm going to put an enchanting table, and then I'm going to put a lantern on top of this shelf, and I'm going to hop up there to make sure that it's not connected to the slab above, but instead looks like it's resting on the shelf. In the little chimney nook, I'm going to create a cooking area, or I'm going to try to anyway, by placing an upside down brick stairs at the top with a brick slab underneath it, and then I'm going to place barrels to either side of that for storage. Below the slab, I'm going to place a smoker, and then I'm going to knock out the brick wall behind there and place a blast furnace. That way only this grate is showing. Directly below it, I'm going to knock out the block in the floor, and I'm going to place a furnace. That way I can smelt basically one of any kind of thing. I'm going to put another barrel over here with a cake on top of it. And then over here to the side, I'm going to put a cauldron and fill it with water. Standing up against the cooking area, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to shift click while pointing at the back of these blocks in order to place some barrels on their sides. Then I'm going to put a crafting table in the middle, and I'm going to dress it up to look like an eating table by placing items frames here, and then a flower pot here. And then on the other side, I'm going to put 2 dark oak stairs to make it look like somebody could sit here and eat. Directly above the crafting table, I'm going to put a lantern hanging from the beam, and now we have a nice little kitchen area. I like the idea of the furnace and the floor so much that for mass smelting, I'm going to go ahead and knock out random blocks in the area, and then I'm going to replace them with furnaces. That way we can do as much smelting as we want. Over here by the door, I'm going to create a little crafting area by putting a crafting table up against the wall, spruce stairs on either side of it, and then a row of barrels on the wall up above it. In this little nook by the door, I'm going to put a composter with oak leaves above it, and then I'm going to fill the composter with enough oak leaves to simulate dirt below. I'm going to do it over here, and this time I'm going to fill up the composter first. That way I can make sure what level it is before I put the leaf on top. Up against the wall here, I'm going to place a painting. I have to place a couple paintings around it, and I want it to be, whoops, I didn't want to break that. Great, that one looks good there. And then beside it here, I'm going to put a flower pot on the counter with a fern in it. Also, let's get some light over here. Yeah, that looks great. Turning our attention to the upper level interior, I'm going to go inside here, and yes, I have a very nice space here. So I'm going to do a cross beam straight across the center of the room so that it connects from one beam to the other, and then I'm going to put a support beam right down the middle, just like that. To either side of the central support beam, I'm going to start creating floor above by placing top half spruce slabs, and I'm going to leave a space in between so that we get 4 rows of these top half spruce slabs. Between each, I'm going to put a row of trapdoors, and you're going to have to shift click in order to place the trapdoors in a nice neat little row. Now I'm going to place ladders up against this center post, and we can just use this trapdoor at the top for an entrance to the upper level. I'm going to place a piece of strip spruce wood right here in the middle and a lantern on it just to light up our area. Then I'm going to knock out this little beam over here, and I'm going to place 2 more pieces of strip wood there, and I'm going to place another one there. I'm going to fill in each of these little nooks underneath the roof here with barrels for storage. Then I'm going to put a couple of beds right here, and just to close that up so we can see what we're doing, I'm going to put signs at the footer of each bed. Up against this wall, I'm going to place a composter, and then just to finish up here, I'm going to put a couple of dark oak fences in the gaps right there, and I'm going to put a couple of paintings above certain areas, just like this. Whoops, that's good. All right, and I just want to make sure that I don't have, whoops, that's this same painting. Make sure it's a different painting on every side, and that is looking very nice for a little bedroom area. Downstairs here, we've got this little gap in the protruding window, and we've got this stone here. I'm going to knock out this stone, and I'm just going to fill this in with some oak planks. Then I'm going to create a little kind of breakfast nook here by putting a spruce bench up against each wall and spruce slabs coming out. Up in the gap here, we also need to fill that in, so I'm going to place a spruce stair upside down on each side and then a spruce slab in between it. Out here, I'm going to place a lantern hanging from the beam. We can finish off the effect by placing a flower pot for a cup and an item frame for a plate. You can decorate the inside however you like, but in the back corner here, I'm going to place a bookcase, and then I'm going to knock out a couple of these and use sideway looms to simulate empty bookshelves. On the wall above that, I'm going to place a row of barrels with trapdoors underneath them, like a shelf, and I'm going to do the same on this side. Then beneath there, I'm going to place 3 cauldrons. I'm going to fill all 3 of them up with water, and I'm going to place brewing stands on top of each. When they're set up like this, you're still able to get the water out of the cauldron underneath. And of course, if you're ready to do some brewing in here, it makes sense that you should have a little soul sand netherwort garden over here. And I'm going to surround this with trapdoors. I'm going to need a jump to place this one, and then I'm going to place more around the outside. That one's actually supposed to face that way, and that way you have a little container for it. Now I'm actually going to come in here and I'm going to raise this one up 2 more, so that it looks like I have a little shelf above it, and that way I can place some barrels up here and it all looks connected just like that. And I'm going to top it off with some flower pots with a variety of saplings in them to look like some strange weeds are being grown over here in the corner. Now I'm ready to decorate the doorway. I'm going to place an upside down stairs on the back of the dark oak stairs, and I'm going to place an oak leaf above it just to make it look like a planter. And I'm also going to place a composter in the corner, fill it up quite a bit with oak leaves until I've got a respectable level of dirt in it, and then I'm going to place an oak leaf on top of that. In this corner, I'm going to place spruce stairs into the corner like that, and then I'm going to place the next one facing out so that we get this nice turn. That way it looks like a sofa, and I'm going to place this one on its side so that we get the same. I'm going to make this all the cozier just by putting red carpets beneath it. Now we just need a couple of paintings on the wall, and this place is going to be looking very cozy at this point. I'm also going to put paintings on the posts here, and we want to make sure that they are all different paintings. Yep, these two are the same, so we'll want to take that one back and do it again. Those are the same. Same again, same over there, and there we go. One last thing, guys, to light this place up a little bit better, you are going to want a lantern to go right there. And it occurred to me that this would look a little better if there were some upside down spruce stairs on either side of the breakfast nook. Now it's time to finish up the outside of the building by hanging 3 chains from the beam in the front of the build and a lantern hanging from there. Over here next to the door, you will want 2 spruce fences to help prevent you from falling, and a lantern on top. And then down here at the mid-level of the stairs, we'll put another spruce fence and another lantern. Between these 2 posts on the protruding window, we're going to want to put 3 grass blocks in order to create a little flower box. We're going to put 3 trapdoors underneath it and 3 trapdoors on the side, all closed. Down underneath, we'll want to add further support by placing an upside down spruce stairs on either side, spruce slabs next to those, and then you're going to want to come out one, place another spruce stairs, one against the wall, and then come inside like this and place one upside down inside that stair. Then you can just fill in the other 2 spaces with spruce slabs, and you're all done. You want to hang another chain from this post and another lantern from it. And that's basically it for this how to build tutorial. As you can see, guys, I added some barrels strewn around the lean-to on the side, and I also added a little wheat field off to the side with a tree. That's going to do it for this how to build tutorial. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like. Please post any questions you have down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.